Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Lots of updates here. On the far right of my screen, we've got New Zealand cracking into Norway. I've got a little ship there, Turkmenistan, taking that down. We're expanding now and giving a bit of a pushback against Norway and retaking this ground. And National Guard coming out everywhere. And we've got an incursion from Argentina into Ireland. So it looks like Argentina and Brazil are taking on Ireland. I do believe Ireland... don't know if they're online yet at the moment or not. Anyway, let's check out this action in here. So Jonathan's pushed forward with a big stack. He's got 4 mobile SAM, 1 radar, and 4 multiple rocket launchers. And they're all a pretty decent level now. Got my National Guard out there land grabbing and taking cities and stuff, and Jonathan's got his troop out there as well, taking some land. Got my frigate up there that gives his big stack a little bit of missile cover, that outer red ring. And I'm bringing up a stack of my own now, just forming it. So I've got theatre defence coming in, which is now protecting his big stack. Got a multiple rocket launcher or 2. And then joining the stack, we've got combat recon and a mobile SAM launcher. Why combat recon, you may ask? Well, combat recons have the largest sight range of any vehicle, or any unit really. So combat recon's good for sight, so you can kind of see what's around you. But of course radar's good for that as well, even better. So we're leaving a big stack on Istanbul, because I'm obviously pretty, paranoid about losing that city now, and just being a bit protective still until I can feel a bit more confident with taking a bit more land, and then I'll move some more of that up. But I've got a mobile SAM and a mobile anti-air, 4 armoured fighting vehicles, a tank destroyer and a rocket launcher. I've got another theatre defence coming over to sit in Istanbul, and then I've got, because I'm moving that one up that was in Istanbul, and then I've got another mobile SAM, and I'll feel a bit happier once that mobile SAM's in place actually, because I've only got kind of 1 mobile SAM and an anti-air in Istanbul, and a big stack of planes could take that out. So unlikely, but after what I've been taking on my cities, all these missiles, and a nuclear missile hit Adana, so I'll put a National Guard on there to stop the nukes coming in. And just rebuilding the hospital, 1.8 population already, up from 1, and I'll just rebuild that city again. Done it before, and the important thing is that I've got my other cog city, the component city, intact. Pumping out National Guard there. They're coming out every 8 hours or so, and I think I've just had one ready. Yeah, there's one here going over to the Greek islands. So just looking to reclaim the Greek islands. We've got a National Guard sitting on Athens now. Did a little land grab up to this mountain, and back again to take on the Chosen. Upgraded them as well once, so they're on 13.6 out of 17 health, and they get a plus 50% defense mod in urban areas, and so they'll have 4.5 defense against troops, which is the Chosen, and that's more than enough. That's pretty good. They should take them down, and they're really cheap. Even if you upgrade them up to the 3rd sort of upgrade, there's still just 400 supplies, 250 components. Now I've got absolutely tons of manpower and money, so that's fine. So you can just spam them out, and I'm just going to see how much land I can take. I'm going to go in the middle of the night up to Odessa and see if I can take that. Or should I? I think I might change my mind and just come up through this area so I don't annoy Norway too much, and get them to focus on me again. Because I think he's going for New Zealand at the moment, and just giving us a bit of room to see if maybe... just maybe he can get us back on board. It's not going to happen. There we go. That's the rally point, by the way, that I've got. So once the troop is built, the rally point will just automatically send it out. That's going to happen 3.5 hours. Saves you a bit of time and hassle. Got the membership, the Security Council subscription, and it just means you can queue stuff up and set rally points and set fire controls. So it doesn't really change the game or win you the game, but it makes life a little bit easier if you do play it a lot, or if like you're doing a series, say. Okay, let's have a look at what Argentina are doing. So we've got radar on the edge here. They're being very clever. They're taking the Med, so they're not only thinking about taking on Ireland, but taking advantage of our truce, and they're incurring into our very important strategic position of the Med. And they're building infrastructure as well, which we're going to have to take on at some point. So they've got a combat outpost and a pontoon, so they can land things, and they're probably going to do rocket launchers. I think they're being ultra slow and strategic in trying to take Barcelona. I do wonder if Ireland is going to throw a few missiles at them, but they are protected. I don't think they're silly. They're being very, very careful. I don't know if that's theatre defence there or not. Could be. Who knows? It's a bit marooned and vulnerable there, but we'll see what they do. And as long as they are taking the heat away from us from Ireland, and New Zealand is kind of taking a bit of the heat away over here as well, because they are just going to come in from that right-hand side. And it's a bit of an advantage from us, because New Zealand has these huge land masses to take. And what we've got is this really densely packed area in the middle that's going to be an absolute priority, because we just want to build strength now and take as much land as we can and incur into Norway as much as possible. We'll show you a couple of annexed cities that Norway have annexed yesterday, which is a bit random. And you can see, here we go, annexed city. It's a supply city, so they must be desperate for supplies, and they've got arms industry on there as well. But look, the morale is down to 33%. And on the other annexed city, is it this one? Yeah, it's this one, Nur Sultan. Again, another arms industry on electronics. So short of supplies and electronics, that tells me he's building support vehicles. And so he's just sort of annexed a couple of cities yesterday. Probably must have bought some of the components to annex that. It's about, what is it to annex city? It's about 5,000 components, 5,000 supplies. Let's have a look. So 4,250 supplies, 3,700 components, 1,250 manpower, 1,500 rare materials, 2,500 fuel, 1,750 electronics, and 10k. So that wouldn't cost too much in gold, actually. So he's done two of those that I've seen. He may have done way more, if it's cheapish to annex a city. What's that one? That's not annexed. That's not annexed. What I did last night was I put a corruption run on the Resniki complex. So he was at 56% morale. He's now at 46. And if we have a look on Intel, doesn't look like I've put any on there tonight. So how many agents have I got left? I've used them all. Been doing something a bit naughty that I can't really tell you about, but I will possibly in a few days with my agents. But anyway, they're doing their work still, and I'll take them off at midnight as usual. I can sustain that kind of attack with 10 agents and just going around the world really causing trouble. Is that airfield still there? I put agents on it. It's not taking it out. I think Ireland are protecting their airports with agents. Counter-ops, airbase there, Zagreb, and in Rome. Just can't damage them. So we'll just push up the good old-fashioned way. Got a stack of 3 frigates now. They were divided up. There was a stack of 2, and the other one was like around here. Might bring this one round to form a big stack. Is there any point in that, or should I keep one near Istanbul? Keep one near Istanbul because it's good cover. And Tim's got his stack of frigates there as well, so that's good cover. And we'll just wait until we start to feel a bit more confident and a bit better. Got a Constanta, 25% health, and I've got a National Guard on there. Again, he's 13.5 out of 17 health. So, and it's a component city, so I need components desperately. I'm 89 an hour, and I'm struggling to build any more sort of frigates and support. I am pumping out mobile SAMs at the moment, so that's ready in 4.5 hours. And then this city, which has got a level 3 recruiting office, has just built a theatre defence. Brilliant. And we've got next mobile SAMs, because I think that's going to be what we need next. I've got loads of theatre defence now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 theatre defence. I think that'll be enough for now for missiles, and it's mobile SAMs that we're going to need a lot of, especially when we start going against the other coalition. Because Argentina have like 3 stacks of naval aircraft alone. So we'll do. Look at this. This is my stack, which has got a mobile SAM and a combat recon. You can see how big the area of cover is now. It's huge. It's 100, and that's just from upgrading them to level 2. So highly recommend getting a mobile SAM and getting it up to level 2 as fast as you can, because that's quite immense air cover. That would have come in very handy in previous battles, although I didn't have as much of it. Yeah, it would have come in handy. Maybe against those bombers that came in, the elite bombers. But check it out. If you look at the playlist, all the little battles and little intense bits of actions, they're on the shorter videos, and the longer videos are just the series. So I've survived, decontaminated the nuclear city, and in the meantime, I think we may have seen the tipping point. I think we're going to get Norway. I don't want to count my chickens and speak too soon, but they kind of gave up. They threw everything they had against us, and we took out their big stack, their big forward stack, or was it just one of many? Who knows? But they're going to suffer from morale now. So when you hit a city with a nuclear missile, you get apparently you get a debuff for the amount of population you killed, and there were a few on Adana. It wasn't the most popular city in the world, but there were a few. So he'll be facing a debuff on every single city for that. But also, he's at war with so many other people now. You can look on the eye for information. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's at war with 10 other players at the moment. It was like 12 a couple of days ago. So that's a lot of people to be at war with and to have a nuclear debuff. He's not going to be able to protect every city he's got. The further away from his HQ, the more they're going to suffer. So this one's on 33%, which is in the danger zone for an incursion by the Chosen. That's on 25. That's 33. That's 35. So after tonight, that'll go down into the danger zone. That's 40%. That might go down tonight. And we'll see which others suffer. There's some out here near me, which might go. He hasn't got anyone on there because we know that because there's no contact on the radar, and it's 29%. So there's a chance that could go Chosen tonight. 30% that could go Chosen tonight because we can see that Ireland's not got anyone on there. So they're not trying to hold on to the cities anymore near us. We gave them a good old beating, but I would expect them to hit back for sure. So we'll see what happens. So we'll have a look at the build queue. I haven't shown you this view for a while. So I'm building National Guard, Mobile SAM, and then waiting for something else to start building in the bubble city. And then in terms of buildings, I've got a hospital, arms industry. Oh, arms industries on the electronic cities. Just a couple of ones that I conquered. Just desperate for electronics. Naval base level 3, so I can try and start building some destroyers at some point when I get more resources. And then that's it for what I'm building. And then hopefully as I build more National Guard and hopefully take more of these cities, I'll get more resources coming in, and then we'll start to pump stuff out. So that's an update from me from over here in this action. There's the boat, Turkmenistan. Don't know what it is, maybe a corvette, but Tim's having a go at it with his rocket launchers, and Jonathan's kicking into that with his strikes. Got a radar there, Tim's radar. And he's got a radar over here, and this is where So Norway is still trying to make friends with us, and he's saying to Tim that apparently New Zealand are very strong and that we should be worried about him. And he's just trying to pitch us against them because he realises he's against the world, and that's not going to work. He's got to get someone else on his side. But I'll tell you what, Norway, that's not the way to go. And then over here, we've seen that Argentina have incurred into Malaga. And I don't know why they haven't hit Malaga yet. Maybe it's just a process of getting troops up there. Oh, wow, look. There's the Zaragoza bubble, which is an annexed city by Ireland. That would be a good one to do a morale hit on, you know. Very good one. Either they've got their army base damaged or they're upgrading it to level 3. I'd imagine they're trying to upgrade it and maybe pump out some troops. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know what else they've annexed. Not the Munich complex. You just have to click on them all to see. But this is our front line. We're moving things forward. We've got a fair old stack there. No officers. Mine was killed. Although I think I have researched the tank commander, which would be nice to have. Oh no, I haven't, but I've researched, the naval officer. It's going to be won or lost by the Navy, one way or another. I'm just saving up enough supplies. I'm really short of supplies at the moment. Saving up enough supplies to research the next thing, and I think I'll either go for the Mobile SAM upgrade level 3, or really focus on boats, and I can go for the frigate. We can go for all the frigate upgrades, but this one will give stealth locating system, interesting. And the next one turns it into a next generation unit, and look at the stats on that. Very nice. Killer against planes, and still pretty nice against boats. So the ultimate dream will be having probably, well, I've got a stack of, I could get a stack of like 4 frigates and a naval officer, or I could build a stack of subs and have... I could have the sub commander there. I'm never going to be able to afford all this, but this is my shopping list. So, submarine commander, naval officer with a load of cruisers, stack of subs, stack of cruisers, stack of frigates, and sub commander and a naval commander. It's going to cost way more than I've got, and probably longer than the game has to run, but we'll see, because we're deep into the game now, and it's still for anyone to play. I mean, New Zealand have taken enormous amounts of land, look at them, and they are sitting below us on that strategic level. So, but we've got Madagascar in between us, but they might take Madagascar and use that as a launch pad in. Who knows? Then there's Argentina and Brazil. And the northern people, First Nations, and California Republic, they've cracked in over here. Would you believe it? But they've not done a lot since. And then there's New Zealand, who incurred into Japan, and they've taken another city, Hiroshima, about to go into Fukuoka. And they'll probably take the rest of it slowly but surely. And this is New Zealand's front line now, along next to Norway. So that is the state of the world and the state of the nation. So we're getting there. We're kind of recovered, and we're just starting to push back. We don't know if we're going to get hit tonight with missiles and wake up in the morning with nothing, or what Norway and Ireland have planned. So join me in the next episode to see what happens next. Thank you for joining me. Over and out.